everyone, a while ago on Instagram I put out how much I love these e.l.f. eyeshadows. You get 4 eyeshadows, loads of different colourways. I had 4, I tried to get another one but they were out of stock. And I put it out on Instagram, which colour palette would you like me to do a tutorial on? And Truffle, only by a smidgen compared to Bad Berry, which is like a lovely sort of pinky colours that I can show you somewhere. Anyway, I just thought I'd do you a quick eye tutorial because for £3 you can just change your eye makeup and change your look. The colours are beautiful. They've got a lovely kind of metallic iridescent one here. Sorry, got a problem with my boiler. And 3 really nice mattes here, so I can kind of darken it up and really smoke it up. And then I can kind of keep it light and pewtery if I want to, or just use this lovely corky matte colour just to kind of pull my socket up there. So it's really versatile as well. Maybe what I'll do is, you know, I'm going to do 2 different eye looks. I'm going to do one eye one way, one eye the other way, just to show you. £3, I just thought brilliant. Let's do an eye look. I've done my base, brows, da 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 da. Right, let's go for, let's go for this eye. Oops, here we are. I've made a right pickle already. Let me just clean that up before we start, shall we? I've got my base on and I'm just going to use a tiny little bit of the hyaluronic by Terry powder. This colour is 100, yes, just over my lids. I really cannot tell you how much that really helps. If you've got a nice smooth base and you're using a lot of powder eyeshadows, I like to use a lot of creams, as you know. But if I'm using powder, just to have that lovely, see, oh, especially with the hyaluronic, the by Terry hyaluronic, it gives such a beautiful, beautiful slip. It makes everything so much easier. If you're putting any powder on a wet lid, you're just never going to get that lovely soft blend. You just won't. So a nice soft slip is what you need before you put a powder eyeshadow on. Right, let's go in with my Kitco brush and right, well, let's go light on this side. Let's start with a little bit of socket. I'm going to push that socket in here. So this can be the fresher eye and then the other side can be a little bit darker. So I'm going to use this colour. See what I mean? It's just that beautiful basic brown that I always look for in a palette. Depending on your skin colour will depend on how dark you need to go. But if you're my colouring, this kind of corky shade is perfect. But look, they've got the slightly darker one as well. And I can emphasise the look with that too. So I'm just pushing my socket back, not keeping it nice and light in that area, and just pushing it back. So that skin, that heavy skin that tends to sit over my eyelid, gets pushed back by that soft shade. So now I'll take a smaller brush. Let me take this little eyeliner brush and I'm going to go in to the darker matte colour. Now this is actually for eyebrows, but it's also lovely when you just want to push the colour along the root. Really compact the colour in. I'm really sorry about the noise. Really compact the colour in to the lash line. And rather than having a very hard line, that gives a really beautiful softness but definition to the eye. And you can see how well they smudge in. So I'm going to build that up together. And look, I'm just going to take it into this soft corner here. That's nice, that really sort of subtly frames the eye. But I need a little bit more depth and I'll build up just on the outside here. Now, I'm really impressed actually, a little bit's fallen down, but marginal amount of powder's fallen down. Sometimes you can really tell a cheap eyeshadow that's not well made that falls down a lot. I'm going to use my trusty buds, tap off, and again, just really emphasise and push that colour on that outer edge. I really like what's happening then. I like the darkness of that, but I like how soft it is because it's not drawing too much attention to my eye. So I said I was going to go light, but I am going to go light, but I'm just going to use a little bit of the dark here. Just to literally placing it over the dark chocolate, but almost like 5 centimeters, and then blending it smoothly into that soft matte. Now these are kind of classic shades that will support any eyeshadow look, because you could put any kind of colour or shape or whatever in here, but this kind of gives subtle structure. I want to get another brush to show you something. This is actually a lip liner brush, and I'm going to go in with the dark one, because the whole creation of eye makeup is about putting a wash of colour on and then building and building and building, but in very kind of like delicate tones, and not using too much colour everywhere unless it's nice and soft and reflective. Now you see, just by using this flat brush with a darker colour, I'm just really emphasising the depth of that socket. And because it's all blending in nicely together, that gives a really nice shape. It's life, isn't it? It's life. Ladders and boilers, builders, filming, beauty, all comes together. Good. Okay, I'm going to put the mascara on so I don't look weird. I want to finish off the look. I think I've talked about this brand before, Honest Beauty. It's Jessica Alba's clean, vegan brand. I say like that because clean hasn't really got a sort of legal term. It's kind of a word that's been created to kind of mean something that doesn't have any nasties in, any horrible chemicals, anything that's going to irritate your skin, cruelty-free vegan. But, you know, there are so many variables, as you know from Justine, coming on. So, yes. Anyway, this mascara is double-ended and it has a primer on. Now, you're meant to like wait 30 seconds for the primer. But I have to say, even though I'm putting it on, I didn't really see a huge difference, but I really love the brush because it's super skinny, and the mascara is lovely and it doesn't move. So this is a really great product. And it's a nice brand. I like this peachy colour and I like the double-ended part. Nice to have the primer on the other end of the mascara rather than having two, right? But if you find that you want to lengthen your lashes, you might find that this works. I'll wait another 10 seconds and keep talking to you. So the next eye, see how well that's kind of blended in and look quite soft? Such great quality for the price, I have to say. Right, I'm too impatient. Let's just get on with it. Again, nice thin brush. Oh, well, maybe I was wrong. Maybe I was too impatient and this has elongated my lashes. I didn't wait. Imagine if I'd waited 30 seconds. Then what would have happened? Brilliant. Right, put it on underneath. When I used this at the weekend, I just loved the fact that it was really long wearing. It didn't stain, it didn't dilute, it didn't break. That's a great mascara. Really nice. Really, really like that. That goes into my top 10. Right, that's that eye. Okay, so let's go in. Let's go in with the pewter now. And this is the metallic shade. Nice. As I said before, I quite like cool tones on my skin. Oh, I love this. Just blends on really nicely. This would be really nice against black as well. Good. I'm going to look quite funny now with two eyes, but you know, 2 for 1. I'm going to go in with a little bit of the matte black and I'm going to push it into my Zoeva angled brush. I'm going to push it along the lash line. Blends really smoky. I'm going to take it out further underneath and bring it round. See, all I need to do is extend my eye on the outside. See that little section there? Just by pulling it out, it really helps to shape your eye for more of a dramatic look. And when you do that with powder, it works really well. Again, nice and soft. If you've never powdered your eyelids before and you've struggled with putting on powder eyeshadow, please let me know how you get on with this newfound way. So I've kind of ended up with a similar shape, but with the different colours. Now, you don't want to place that black as far along as you have placed the tonal shade, because it will just look really dated. It will make you look like you've got lots of makeup on. So you want to keep that black soft. So whereas I've gone in here to shape my shadow, because that's almost like the natural tone of my eye. That's a natural shadow that would happen if my socket was really deep. Whereas with the black one here, you just want to emphasize the pulling out of the eye rather than it going up. So don't take the dark all the way up there, because it just looks like makeup, whereas this looks like my shadow. I'm going a bit boss-eyed with this. Let's see if I've got a little bit, because I've gone off piece. I'm not very prepared, but I normally have, yes, my Marc Jacobs liner to finish this off, because I want to close this eye, make it just a little bit more intense. It's such a soft one. Love Marc Jacobs Beauty. There we are. Just got to be careful that just blends well into the skin, like that soft metallic. And let's use the mascara. Okay, let's just try the mascara without the primer and see whether it actually makes a difference. Well, I stand corrected, Jessica. The primer works a treat. I love the thin brushes because it just helps you to lift and elongate the lashes without getting mascara all over your eyes. She says, double checking that she hasn't got mascara over her eyes. So, it is so weird looking at myself, I can't tell you. I hope it looks good. Probably have to do that side, won't I? I haven't finished the look off yet. We'll have to do something neutral on the eyes and lips. So there we are, one sexy, smoky, smouldery eye. Very easy to create. And then the kind of classic eye shape, just giving a very flattering, neutral effect to your eye. I mean, not bad for £3. That's £1.50 each eye. I'm loving that. Right, let me just use my beauty part. I'll just warm up my skin. I've got this beautiful palette from NARS. It's called Exposed. Really lovely skin warming colours, and then that pop, which I love. I love to wear my makeup like that. Just a really lovely pop of colour. So I'm just going to use a nice big Beauty Pie brush and go over the top layer and push that into my skin just to get a little bit of warmth. And very delicate as well. I much prefer to have a bit more control and build the colour up gradually than have a big wedge of colour out of my brush. Excuse me, I clear my throat. Although this Beauty Pie brush is so light and airy, it's like it's almost got half the bristles in, but that's not meaning that it's rubbish at all. It means that it's very delicate. The kind of, as you can see, the application of the product's really, really delicate. Now I'll go in with a smaller brush. Where's my lovely little angled brush? Here we are, Space NK, and I'm going to use a little pop of the orangey colour here. I love a coral, I love a coral. Oh, that's really vibrant, that blush. Oh dear. Oh dear. I hope this is a success. I almost daren't watch it back. Anyway, it's all about education, isn't it? And if I get to teach you a few more things in one film, then that's perfect. This is the Crushed Oil Gloss from Bobbi Brown, and this one is Sweet Talk. So we're going in with a nice sheer tinted gloss because the eyes are doing all the talking. Isn't that pretty? It's like a real Jennifer Lopez apricot lip. I watched Made in Manhattan again last night. Oh, that was such a beauty moment when she comes down in that pink ball gown. I love that film. It's like a big, warm, cosy blanket. That and Pretty Woman and hundreds of others I could mention. There we go. God, he's meant to have gone about an hour ago. I couldn't wait any longer. Lovely. Da, 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 da. Okay. Oh gosh, those lips feel nice. Let me brush my brows through. They've gone a bit wayward. See, I normally fix them. That'll teach me. I didn't fix them. I just put the pencil in. Right, so let's have a look. Smoky, soft. And then we've got natural and tonal. Thank you very much, Elf, for creating such lovely, soft, affordable, well put together colours and great formulas. £3. Please, if you do a little elf eye look, do let me know. Thanks for bearing with me. Kind of like flying by the seat of my pants as always, but that's life. Have fun and chat to you soon. Bye.